Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's Lethe. Hope you guys are all doing beautifully and all of that, being little angels that you are. Today we're going to do a reading on what's going on in this connection right now. I'm going to dig a little deeper into you and your person's dynamic. So, think your person, pick a pile, and I'll see you at your reading. We got pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Okay, guys, I love you. See ya. Hey, pile 1, welcome to your pile. Today we're asking Spirit what's going on in this connection between you and your person. So we have some oracle cards here. The way I intended this to be is that this is your connection right now. We have the seed. I intended for this over here to be you with the chasing, number 16, and this to be your person with wasteland, number 21, and the maze, number 9. If I describe this and it feels reversed, go ahead and reverse it. But I'm just going to get right into this message really quick. So what I see here with the seed being the representation of your relationship is that I see that what's happened between you guys has planted a lot of thoughts and changes within you that are like it's created this kind of creativity inside the both of you. Like there's this relationship has created so much friction and that it's growing into this pearl within each of you. And I'm actually really seeing that with these oracle cards too. So with the chasing, this is going after your desires. This is following your dreams. So you might think of this person as your dream person, but you're also facing away from them, but you're going after this flame, so you're following your dreams here. And this relationship might have like helped put you in alignment with what your dream is and help you realize that or inspire you to go after them. And what I see over here with your person with the wasteland and the maze is that there's this period of stagnation that they're aware of. Perhaps this is a creative stagnation. And there are many, and this person is considering all their options because they're aware that there are many possibilities to the situation that's shaking out between you guys. So I think you might be a little bit more, I think you both are looking away from this relationship right now, but you haven't forgotten about it. And you're hoping that whatever irrespective things you guys are doing is going to eventually bring you back together and kind of like you're going to come out the maze the other side, having found each other, is sort of what I'm seeing here. Because at the bottom of the deck, we have the heart and behind that we have the mask actually, but we have the heart here and then we have prophecy in reverse. And when I see that card, it means being out of alignment with your highest and greatest path. And what I see here is you guys are seeking your highest and greatest path. And I think this relationship was a catalyst for that. It was a seed. It was an idea. I don't really know quite what happened between you guys, but from when I'm seeing this, I think it's stuck. I don't think you're moving anywhere. I feel like you feel like nothing's growing and that maybe you've been chasing this dream, this like thing, this idea you've thought, the idea of this person, the idea of each other, the idea of a relationship together. Perhaps you guys have been both chasing this in your own ways, but like I feel like you both aren't really in alignment of what that means, what exactly you're chasing in that respect. Like what are you trying to grow here? I don't know that you guys are quite certain yet, because I think your person over here in particularly is unsure. I think you're more devoted to this person, and as such you've taken your inspiration from this person in order to pursue your fulfillment. And I think you're hoping that this person will grow alongside you, but you're not sure. And this person, because this person isn't sure, over here, there's a lot of outcomes here. There is a need to take action and to move areas. Like there's a need to address trauma here on your person's side, especially. Something tells me you have been doing your trauma work here with the chasing because you're aware that you need to go after what makes you happy versus what this other person's happy, which is maybe why you're running away. This card is like facing away from this business over here, this wasteland maze business. And I just feel like your person's having a hard time knowing how to catch up, or if they want to catch up, or what that means. So I think there's a lot to be unearthed between you guys. There's a lot that's coming, that's below the surface right now, that hasn't come forward. So if that sounds like your situation right now with your person, let's get into tarot. Let me put this up here. Okay. All right. Pile number 1. What's happening in this connection? Let's get a little deeper with the tarot. Pile number 1. What's happening in this connection between pile number 1 and their person? Ace of Swords. Clarity. You know what you want in this situation. Yes. I think you know you want this person. What's happening in this connection? 7 of Pentacles. What's happening in this connection? Whoa. Hermit. I want to actually move these over here. I'm sorry, you guys. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's better. All right. What is going on in this connection, really, between pile number 1 and their person? What's happening in this connection, really? King of Cups. 2 of Cups. Whoa. Justice. 7 of Cups. 5 of Wands. Back of the deck, we have the 4 of Cups. Okay, so right off the bat, I will tell you that your person is not taking action right now. You probably are aware of this. They might be acting distant, but they're certainly not taking action on you. They haven't taken any action on you currently towards you. Okay, so what I'm getting here, though, what is really happening in this connection between you guys? Your person is thinking about you. Your person is very much thinking about you and whether or not they want to invest in this relationship. You're probably aware of this. I think you're both thinking about this. You might also be considering whether or not this person can fit into your life, whether they can treat you fairly. You're wondering if this can grow in the way you want it to, because when I see this here, this is also like planting those seeds too, you know? Like 7 of Pentacles can be about patience. It can be about, you know, reaping that harvest, letting your seeds grow, as well as like considering whether or not to even continue investing in something. So I think that's all happening here, if that makes sense. So I think there is a desire to invest in this situation with each other, but uncertainty on exactly how to get there. I think there's clarity that a decision does need to be made, that something needs to be made fair here. And I think right now the seed is growing between you guys, because I can see here with the Hermit and the 5 of Wands that there might be some distance. You guys might not be like super in touch right now, or might not be seeing each other very much. I'm just getting the sense that like one or both of you is feeling a little isolated and maybe outside of community, lonely, isolated, and maybe just like not part of something. What is happening between you guys in this connection? This person has something to say to you with the King of Cups here. They do have something to say to you that they do want to say that can like bring things into balance. Maybe even plant a seed to be like, hey, like wait around for me. Like, I don't know, if this person's trying to get you to wait around to like until they're ready to accept your higher cup, maybe reconsider. But that is coming through here, and it's saying you're chasing your needs and your desires and going after your dreams. And I see here with the 7 of Pentacles, it's like there's a lot of seeds maybe that you have planted in your life. It could be in a career space, a love space, any space really. Definitely getting creative or career here with the seed, and going after your dreams. But there's so many options. So maybe you're like, what's actually going to stick? What's actually going to grow? Which one of these pentacles is going to grow into something that's like worthwhile? And you're wondering if this person is one of those things. And I feel like you think they are. I feel like you feel very clearly that they are. Like you have had this realization that you love this person and that you want some kind of balanced relationship to grow between you guys. But this person, I'm guessing, has not, because they're the hermit. They're in their wasteland. They're looking for all those possibilities, and they're considering them. So they're the hermit over there considering their possibilities, whereas you're planting your seeds and trying to make them grow. You might even be scattering your energy into too many seeds. Only you would know that. I'm seeing that what's going on between you. Let's get a little deeper actually here. With this conflict with the Five of Wands. What's going on with this Five of Wands? Why is it Five of Wands here? What's going on between pile number 1 and their person? With the Page of Wands here. One more. The Fool. This person is considering their moves. They don't know how to make it, and they keep going back and forth. I think there's a lot of internal struggle over how they want to start things over, if they want to start things over with you after there's been a conclusion. After there's been some kind of ending, they want... Oh, here you are. Okay, so we have the World, the Sun, the Queen of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. So there is some sort of element here of you guys coming back together after a period of separation, but they're not sure how to like kind of bridge that gap. They're thinking about coming forward. It would probably be in more of a friendly way, maybe even a little bit of a sexual way, flirty. But I think there might even be blocking that off. Like they're still blocking that off right now. I don't think they wanted to show you that, and that's why they're in this hermit energy with this Five of Wands, because they don't really want to get involved in that right now. What is happening between pile number 2 and the person with the Two of Cups and Justice? The Empress. Okay, so you may have been King of Wands. I feel like you are very invested in growing this relationship, and I think this person knows that about you, and they see you as someone to build everything with. They see you as someone who is very creative and beautiful, and I feel like this relationship has made you more creative and maybe owned your beauty yourself or your own creativity yourself more, and that this person is attracted to that in you, and it may have even inspired them to like look at their own things that they're doing in their life and their own kind of ambitions. What is happening between them? You're their Empress, though. You're the Empress here. It's the Ace of Swords and the King of Cups. Queen of Swords. Okay, I feel like you know that you want this person. This person knows that you want them, but this person also knows that they have to come correct and they have to come fair and they have to make a decision sooner rather than later, whether or not they want to have a beginning with you. Because I think this is a person from the past that you've already had a relationship with, and that it had ended, and it ended quite dramatically. And this person wants to find this ended, and a commitment ended here. And it left both of you feeling very out of sorts, out of power, stuck, stagnant, especially this person feels stuck, definitely. You are trying to get yourself unstuck. I feel like it might be difficult with the Seven of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. It might be confusing. You're having a lot of options, so I'm getting a sense that you might be running around in circles a little bit, but you don't have to be. At the end of this, this person loves you. You guys love each other. The seed has been planted in your hearts. Whatever this relationship has been for you, it's planted seeds in your hearts. What's going on in this relationship? Judgment. Yeah, there's some kind of final judgment call being called, but whether, guys, you will get back together or whether or not this is going to be, walking away from some kind of creative sexual relationship, thinking about this before making some kind of decision. One or both of you wants to get back together, but I don't know if you know if the seeds are gonna root, and that's kind of what's happening. And I think this person might be playing a little bit. Let's get some details with the Hermit. No Cups. Yeah, they're keeping their love to themselves right now. They're probably feeling a little bit lonely and wistful and missing you. They think you're really incredible. But right now what's going on, I'm seeing your energy just dominating here, and this person afraid to, this person just thinking and looking and planning and going within and wondering if this is right for them. I think there's a lot of wondering on this person's part how to make this fair, whether they can make this fair, all the different ways that this could go down. And you're focused on your creativity, which this person has inspired you to be, and it's brought you into a more fuller understanding of yourself. You're definitely single right now is what I'm getting. And maybe you're dating or people around you are interested in you, but I think actually you might just be waiting around for this person, aren't you? Like, I feel like there's this desire for this person to come back, and you're being very patient despite, and there might be some back and forth communication, but no in-person meetings right now. But you can expect something in the future, to hear from this person, I'm guessing, but like, focus on your own shit. Let's get some advice for pile number one. Advice for pile number one. What's going on in this situation? Little Rever. Expel. Lover's Way. Okay, so whatever's going on in this decision, in this in this connection, Divine Feminine on the bottom of the deck, it's really has connected you with your own inner creativity, and it's your advice right now from Spirit is to get rid of any limiting beliefs around you. Focus in on what you want to do. Bring that unconditional love into yourself, into your artwork, into your projects. This person loves you unconditionally, one. But if this person can't show up for you, if they're treating you like an option, if they're avoiding you, if they're unable to really commit or like show up like a, you know, a mature person instead of showing up as like these pages and these knights, they like actually want to come forward as this King of Cups to you and like be emotional. Because I feel like with the Ace of Swords and the King of Cups here, like this person's like really overthinking their emotions, and then the Queen of Swords here, it's like they're overthinking their thoughts about you. And Spirit wants you to rid yourself of any things that aren't serving you. Go after what you want. This is your individual journey. You are your own person. You don't have to be alone on this journey, but fill yourself with that love. And remember, ooh, we have smoke screen again. This person, below we had the mask, and I think of these being the order. Like, think of what we hide from ourselves. So what parts of yourself are you hiding? What creative aspects of yourself are you hiding that this relationship made you aware of? Are there parts of the self that this person that you admired so much that you want, almost like you want to be like that yourself? Like, maybe this person's, I don't know, maybe they're creative, maybe they're super fun and outgoing or really smart, and you've always wanted to be like that. Well, you are like that, okay? You already are like that. Own it. This is for you. Like, bring love into the situation. If there's no fairness here, if this isn't a fair situation, if this isn't a fair give and take, if this person's showing up wishy-washy, unsure, treating you like an option, not wanting to water the soil between you, then don't wait around. But I do think this person is thinking about these things and is aware that they're stuck and need to grow. And I think you are the impetus for them realizing that they really need to change and they do need to really grow in the relationship space. And I see you doing that. I see you growing and chasing your dreams. And I see this person chasing their dreams too. I do. I think that's why they're thinking so much about it. And I think they don't know if you're a part of that. To be honest, that's what I'm getting. They don't know if you're going to be part of that situation, whatever it is that they decide to do or where they decide to build their life. They're not so sure you'll be a part of that. But they're considering it. You are on their mind. I would say right now there's a lot of love between you guys, but there's a lot of healing that's happening of the inner child. I think things were probably turbulent in this relationship. There's probably a fair amount of codependency. I think you guys saw each other as the fantasy, and instead of, drawing you guys together, probably pushed you apart, and now you have to look at yourself with the shadow here. So that's what I'm getting for you guys, pile number one. I feel like this has been a long reading, but I really hope that made sense. I said so much. I don't know how to summarize at this point, but Pile number 1. That's what's happening in this connection right now. I love you guys. Bye. Hey, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. Today we're asking, what is going on in your connection with your person? This is a lot right off the bat. So I think things between you and your person have proven to be very codependent in the past. I think, because over here let's walk through the cards. Let me rewind. Over here, I had this card intended to be your energy. So we have 2, recurring dream. And then this energy, the empty room and the hunter, is meant to be the connection right now. And over here was meant to be your person. So we have 25 shame, 32 warrior, and 30 dream lover. So yeah, let's get into this message. The empty room can talk about addiction. It talks about potentiality and openness, but I'm not reading that here. It talks about addiction, being insatiable, needing more for more's sake. Like, that's literally what the book says for this oracle deck. And when I look at this here and the hunter here, this is about pursuing. This is about going after what you want. And so this is like going after, single-mindedly pursuing, aggressively pursuing an outcome where the goalposts keep moving, because it's never enough. And I feel like the situation between you and this person has been like this for a long time. And I feel like your guides have been trying to get you this message for a long time. So maybe listen up. I don't know. So with your person over here with shame, warrior, and dream lover, I see the warrior and the hunters being very similar energy. So I feel like this person, I mean, the positive axis of the hunter and the warrior is like clarity, strength, integrity, like going after what you want with like honor, basically. And with dream lover here, it's like this relationship was this dream relationship that this person was going over, because we have the horse going towards the dream lovers over here. And I feel like you guys have been in this push-pull dynamic for a really long time, where this person right now is, you guys probably aren't talking right now because I think there's too much has gone on. This cycle has gone on between you guys where this person has, in an effort to get the outcome that they want, they have violated your boundaries and pushed them time and time and time again, back and back and back. And they do so, and when you can't live up to those boundaries because your boundaries have been broken and betrayed over and over again. So anytime you try and bring this up or address this, or if something doesn't go this person's way, they're going to blame you for what's going wrong, even though they're the one who's disrespecting your boundaries and creating situations where you're bound to fail. And your part of it is that you're perhaps making promises that you know you can't keep because you want to keep this person, because there's this addictive cycle between you guys when it comes to this, because you love each other. And I am seeing that you love each other. Like, I'm not seeing that that's not true, but it's just like you both seem to be aware of this dynamic. Like, this person's definitely thinking about it. They're having a lot of shame about it, and they want to stand in their integrity and show up for you. And like be vulnerable with you and maybe talk about how this has all happened, how this makes them feel, and how sorry they are perhaps for being mean to you. And I think if you are a more feminine energy, that you stood more in your integrity than this person, or you tried to, or you put up a boundary at some point that this person could not accept, and it's putting them into this state of confusion and stuckness when it comes to the past and things like that. What else with this person? It's just like this. There's been this addictive cycle of codependency. Someone here, probably you, has been blamed for anything that has gone wrong between you guys, exclusively. And this person right now, if there is no contact at this moment, this person is realizing this and they're feeling a lot of shame about it. So if you're wondering that, they are. And they do love you. And I think Spirit has been trying to get you this message because maybe you blamed yourself for what happened here too. And Spirit wants you to know that this isn't all your fault. This was a relationship. This is a connection. And this person's behavior was also not appropriate. And that's what they want to talk about. And that's what's coming forward. And you need, they want you to get this message across because you need to understand how you actually need to be treated and how you need to set boundaries in your life. And like when things aren't working in something, in a connection. Let's look at tarot. Pile number two's person. What's going on between pile number two and their person? What's going on here? What's going on in this connection? Five of Pentacles, lack mentality, trauma, the world, a completion, an ending. The Hermit. Yeah, isolation, going within. Ten of Pentacles. There's Ten of Pentacles here. We have the Lovers. We have Temperance. Oh my. We have the Fool. We have the Nine of Cups, the Two of Cups. At the back of the deck, we have the Three of Swords. Okie dokie. Okay, so what is going on in this connection? This connection has had a profound impact on the two of you. It has... You guys came together, and now you guys are not together anymore with the Five of Pentacles and Lovers, first off. Okay, but let's call out signs real quick because we have a lot of major arcana here. We have the Lovers here with Gemini, Temperance with Sagittarius, the Hermit with Virgo, the World is Saturn energy, the Fool is Uranus energy. We have Cups energy and Earth energy as well. So with the Lovers here, I feel like you guys really wanted to come together, but there was just always this feeling of lack between you guys, and you can never really figure out how to blend your energies into a way where you both felt safe and secure. And it was always unbalanced. Like there's just, and I feel like there's a lot of unfinished business here. Like I'm just getting unfinished business here with the World and Temperance. It's just unfinished business. And I feel like there's a lot of desire and wish fulfillment to come together. And I see that. We'll get to that. So I feel like there's a desire to come together, a desire to build. You guys were both each other's wish fulfillment here. But things ended, and now you guys are both on these individual journeys of self-discovery. And I think you're hoping that'll lead you guys back to each other in the end. I think that's what this kind of warrior energy is about. And like the empty rim also means possibility, infinite possibility. And the Hunter is about, being focused. So like there is a possibility, I also think, being talked about here with this. But there was so much pain in the past, and it's really about like fully letting that go. And you have to let that go within yourselves here, I think is what the cards are saying with the Fool and the Hermit. Like these are individuals. These are people who are on their own individual spiritual journey. Like, the Fool is taking a leap of faith. The Hermit is going within and, like, seeking their own inner wisdom and knowledge. And, you know, they're not getting that from outside of themselves anymore. They're a bit of a rogue in that way, like, you know, because it's about going after following your own drum as well as the Fool. So I feel like this relationship, it's falling apart, it being kind of like this trauma bond of you guys. You know, what you thought you needed, what you thought you lacked in yourselves, you saw it in the other, and it caused you guys to kind of fall apart and be torn apart from each other, even though there's this strong desire to come together. And, like, I feel like when I see the World here, Temperance and the Lovers, it's like there's this super strong desire to, like, blend your guys' energy together. Like, I feel like you guys wanted that so badly. And you guys probably both had different ideas about what that looked like, that you had already defined based on, you know, your past, like, belief systems that you had before meeting each other. And now you're supposed to learn new ways of thinking about that, about how to come together with another person and to actually have a fulfilling relationship where you guys are both equal, you guys are both getting your needs met. And you can build something that, like, stands the test of time. And all of this is something that you guys are now learning on your own individually, because of this heartbreak, because of what happened in the past when things fell apart, and the new beginnings that this put you guys all on, like both of you guys on. I feel like you guys are both worriers, overthinkers. It's probably why this, like, just kept happening and it was just an endless cycle, and you guys just had to end things in order for things to change, or there would be no change. Why is the Five of Pentacles here? You have the Two of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like you guys both... Tower. Things changed. Yeah, things changed super quickly between you guys. All of a sudden, you were just like, there was this drastic change in fortune. There was all this hope. There was all this possibility, this potential to look forward. And now you guys are not together. And I think you guys are looking for a change to happen. I think you guys are, like, looking for some kind of fucking miracle. Yeah, he definitely is. You guys are, like, looking for some kind of miracle for things to come together and, like, balance out. And I feel like this person is, like, focused on their money, though, on a little low, if that makes sense. And it's like, it's hard for them to decide if they're ready to focus on this Ten of Cups here. I feel like this person thinks that the material success is the way to getting, like, this emotional vulnerability, but that's, like, not so. And that's kind of what the Dream Lovers card is about, being vulnerable and being open and, like, tapping into that, whether that's within yourself or with another person. And so I feel like this person is kind of hoping for a miracle for you guys, or just, like, banking on that happening. And you too, I think you guys are both thinking about this. But there was a choice in the past, and things didn't work out, and things did end. There was a drastic change here. And it was definitely because you guys were in a codependent dynamic where one person had needs that the other person, you know, couldn't completely meet, and, like, it was, like, against who they were as a person. Like, there were, like, conflicting things happening. What's going on with the Hermit here? Three of Swords. Yeah, you guys are really thinking heavily about this. It's really put you into a state of reflection. And so that's going on right now. Just thinking about the past. And it's like, I feel like this person might be thinking about how they can move on from the past and, like, work with you again. Again, they're just, like, hoping for this kind of, like, miracle, and all of a sudden things are going to be fair. And it's like, yeah, great, everything's just going to work away. We're going to, like, you know, but, like, they also know they have to take an action and walk away from something. But, like, they're too anxious to do that. You know what I mean? So they just distract themselves with work. Okay, so what's happening in this connection with pile number 2 and their person here with the Ten of Pentacles? You have the Knight of Wands. on the bottom of the deck, the 10 of Wands. I feel like when this person thinks about building with you, they get very excited and they're very drawn in, but then the past is so burdensome, what's happened between you. And I feel like they don't know. I feel like they feel a little bit like, yeah, I feel like they feel kind of like unequipped to fix this situation. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. They feel very unequipped to fix this situation, and I feel like, and there's also still a lot of impulsivity, and maybe like, this is like giving hunter energy, you know, again, with that horse there. We have the horse here. So I feel like this person, like, they're going after their money right now. They're going after their bag because they think the bag is what's going to lead them to you or to somebody that's going to maybe, like, I don't know, just go along to whatever plan they want. Take it how it resonates. I don't know. It depends on the vibration of your person. What's happening between pile number 2 and their person? Temperance. 9 of Wands. Yeah, you guys have been through it. You guys went through it in this relationship, and you guys are both trying to balance out your energies just after, like, the falling out of this situation, because it has really kind of thrown you for a loop. Like, you guys are both kind of really looking at your own shame around what happened here and around the patterns within yourself that cause things to fall apart like this, because there's clearly a lot of love there. And this person's, I feel like y'all's self-esteem was kind of rocked. And I feel like you guys are both you guys are working on manifesting each other, but, like, you have no idea if that's going to happen. And I don't think Spirit wants to tell you either. I'm just getting that with the Magician, the Hierophant, and the High Priestess. I just feel like you have a very strong discernment, and you are ready to walk away from this if, like, you're trying to follow your guides. You're trusting in timing. I feel like timing is something here with the Wheel of Fortune. There's something about timing going on right now. I feel like you both are waiting on timing to come through and fix things that happened in the past. Maybe eventually have a conversation, some kind of closure around this situation, but it requires you to sort of change yourselves from within. What's going on between pile number 2 and that person? Justice. Yeah, y'all are balancing out and your own situation after this kind of all fell apart. I think you guys are very fond of each other. I think you guys love each other a lot. I think you guys are wish fulfillments for each other. I think you guys were very close. I think this is a very, very, very difficult ending that has made you guys feel very lonely and very wounded on the inside. And it's put you into this place where you have to just, like, you know, look to the past, look to what happened to you as a child. Like, what did you learn about love? Like, that made you show up in this connection to be so, like the devil's not here. I know that. Which would be further addiction. But I feel like with the empty room, it's like there was so much possibility and you guys couldn't, like, actually just get in alignment because you're both trying to control the outcomes in some way on both y'all sides. Whether that was, like, by being really protective or being really controlling, or I don't know what's happening in this connection with Justice. Ace of Swords. Yeah, you guys are, like, thinking about a commitment here. Very much both of you are reflecting on this. Whether it can work out, how to work it out. It is a wish fulfillment for you guys. but it requires some kind of balance. It requires some kind of balance, and it requires a decision, and it requires the ability to communicate it. But like, it needs to be communicated in a non-defensive way. There needs to be boundaries. There's definitely needs to be a decision made here. I think you guys are still both making it. So if that's what's happening, if that resonates with you guys, if you guys broke up, are apart, or still thinking about each other, and if you're wondering if this person is still thinking about you, and they are, they're thinking about what happened. You guys are both thinking about each other and what happened, and how you guys are each other's wish fulfillment, and how you want to actually build families. You're really examining the past about what you really actually want in life, like holistically, not just like career. It's like career, love, family, everything. You guys are now like really thinking about those things in your life because of this connection that I think ended. And what else is going on? Yeah, and yeah, there's this need to walk away from the past if you guys are ever going to manifest each other back into each other's lives. And that requires a release of pride, especially on your person's part. Yes, pride on your person's part. They need to release that because it's keeping them stuck. And with you, you also need to stop focusing on past things that aren't relevant, you know? Like, you need to stop overgiving and focus on your future. Advice for pile number 2. Shadow Realm. The Oracle and the Gathering. Surrender to the unknown here. This is a time for you to meet new people and bring your light out. Whatever you feel, whatever painful things that have come up for you in this relationship that you've learned about yourself, things that you are ashamed of or aren't quite, you're just like, I hate that I have to deal with being like this and like being insecure, or I hate that I'm always like, why can't I just find a relationship that works or something? I don't know. Like, why did things fall apart in this situation? Why? I feel alone. I don't want to feel alone. I feel left out. I feel like there's so much potential and it just like didn't work out. And I'm hurt by this. And it's just like, get out there, put yourself out there, surrender to the unseen, let other people see you. And don't be afraid to take this journey alone, because you're never really alone. Yeah. You're being called up to be yourself and to kind of like walk away from this feeling of lack that you guys have been living in. Like you're not enough, like you can't get enough, that you're disconnected from other people, that everything you touch falls apart. It's not true. So what's happening to you guys? You guys both really love each other, and this has put you in a very self-reflective state. And you're re-examining your ideas of family and self and love and all of that. That's what I have for you, pile number 2. Okay, if you like this reading, please like and subscribe. I hope you have a nice day. I love you guys. Bye. Hi, pile 3. It's Lethe. Welcome to your reading. Today we're asking Spirit what is going on in your connection right now with your person. So I pre-pulled some oracle cards here. Here is the card I intended to represent you in this connection right now. This represents the connection, and this represents your person. So we have dwellings, number 7, the bridge, and number 40, missed opportunities. So right away, I'm getting that things between you guys have not been very good. I'm getting that you are sort of in a bad, you're feeling very unsafe in your home. This relationship could not be working out. I feel like there are a lot of forcing things to happen. Like, I feel like your person has a lot of expectations of you that are putting a lot of pressure on you. I feel like this person's really pushing your boundaries. And that's because they have low self-esteem, and that's because they are afraid to miss out on an opportunity with you. They're afraid to miss out on this connection, but in doing so, they're kind of forcing things. And I feel like there's been a lot of regret in the situation. Like, I feel like there's the desire to reconnect here, because at the bottom of the deck we have the Seed and Dream Lovers. So I don't feel like this bad home situation was like this person was abusive to you. Although if that resonates, then I don't know that the message of reconnecting is for you. Use your discernment there. I'm just not getting that right now for this with the Seed and Dream Lover at the bottom. But I think in the past, your relationship lacked boundaries. There was a lot of control issues, perhaps on both your side. I feel like with you, your psyche was very disrupted by all of this. I feel like right now you're thinking a lot, and there could be a lot of I'm just getting that what has transpired between you guys. Sorry, I'm drinking my coffee. Yeah, okay. So there's just like something about this connection has really like changed you, I feel, and woken you guys up to ways in which you are not like functioning properly within your own minds. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think you guys have struggled probably with codependent relationships in the past, and this relationship itself was probably codependent in the past. There was a lot of love there and a lot of potential, and at some points there was probably a lot of community and acceptance. But I think ultimately there's some kind of structure within your own sense of selves and sense of relating to one another that is fundamentally not in alignment right now, because of your own individual kind of traumas. And I feel like with this connection maybe not coming together right now, you've both felt very stressed out, and it's really kind of taken you for a ride. I feel like you guys tried a lot to sort of come together in this situation, but right now you realize that this is about yourselves and less about the other person. Yeah, you're starting to like see things for what they are and realize that you weren't like going with the flow, and that prevented this thing from kind of blooming for the seed. It prevented the seed from growing because no one was patient with the other person. People wanted to move things really fast. They wanted this tree to be like immediate, you know? And so now I think your person feels like they missed out on you, and also feels like they put too much pressure on you and made the situation, and it hurt your feelings. It hurt you, made you feel unsafe, the way this person was kind of pushing things forward. And I feel like right now they're at this kind of crossroads. They're like, do I want to bridge this between this person? I think you're unsure because you don't feel safe. You don't know if you can feel safe with this person, but you want to. I feel like you both really want to feel this way. So let's get into tarot, if that resonates with you guys. So yeah, basically you guys, there was it's a toxic past relationship, and you guys are trying to bridge this gap with each other because you love each other. But there's a lot of anxiety around how to do that. And I feel like you both feel uncomfortable and feel like things are not aligned and maybe things are being forced and you just don't know what to do about that because it feels an uncomfortable place to love someone and to want to grow something with them and just feel like you can't do that. And I just feel like you guys are missing the mark with each other in some way, missing each other's trains, if you will. And I feel like you're kind of submerged in your own wallowing around this situation. And I feel like the key to it is to bridge something within yourself. What's going on in this connection for pile number 3? Eight of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords. I'm sorry I keep hitting the camera, you guys. 5 of Wands, the Tower. 10 of Cups, 10 of Wands. Yeah. So in the past, this relationship was very burdensome. I feel like you both were really working really hard on this situation, but there was a lot of arguments and it was just like going over and over and over again. And just like there was a lot of disruption. And now you guys are feeling very insecure. Your self-esteem has been kind of like blown apart. And I feel like you're kind of trying to build that inner sense right now. And you're trying to get into your stability. Sorry, let me move this. Queen of Cups at the bottom. I just feel like there's been a lot of fighting uphill. And this relationship in the past, again, I feel like you didn't honor your boundaries. And then like when you when you asserted them, things changed. There was like this change of fortune. I think things fell apart and you guys are like not together right now. But there is this desire to build and bridge things between you with the 3 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. Like that's the desire to collaborate, and this is community, this is happiness. I feel like together this is literally building and collaborating and working together. And we have here like 8 to the 9, and this is skill building, this is repetition, this is perfecting, this is reliability, this is capability, this is like stability. But here like things have been like, in order to bridge these things, there's a lot to put down, you know? There's a lot that needs to be put down, and I feel like there's a lot of exhaustion and burnout for you both here, that you want to let go of the past and you want to bridge things together. You want to let go of these things, but your sense of self has to kind of like break down, and you have to like get secure within yourself. Like with dwellings here, I'm getting that with the 9 of Pentacles. This is a sense of you being secure and safe in yourself without this person, because I feel like in the past you felt like you needed this person in order to build this fulfillment, but there's a part, spirit needs you to do this for yourself as well. And this person needs to work on their own self-esteem too, because I feel like there's a lot of inner conflict in both of you that manifested in this relationship and its dissolution, and kind of those overstepping each other's boundaries and pushing each other away, or there's just a lot of conflict that went over, and you guys put a lot of effort into it in the past. And I just think now that that work has to be individual on your own individual like time before you guys can come together and work on it together. And that requires the desire for you both to let go of the past in order to move forward. Why is the Tower here? Chariot and the Empress. Knight of Swords. What's going on between you guys? I feel, yes. So right now, you really are focused on your own abundance. Probably both of you are. I think you're really focused on trying to get yourself together. I feel like you felt knocked off by this Tower moment between you guys. I feel like being single, you're very uncomfortable with it. I feel like you want to be with somebody else, but you know that there's also this part of you that needs to learn how to like move forward on your own, and that you are kind of just like solo doling it right now. And like to build up yourself, it requires a sense of discipline around things. Like, you have to be disciplined in this. You have to be disciplined in developing your own community, your own, the things you want. Like, I feel like there's this creative project that might want to come through you. You might want to have a family in the future. But to do that, you have to be secure in yourself. And so does your person, or they're not going to be able to meet you at the same level. They're going to come in this like chaotic kind of like conquering energy, like wanting to go, you know, go out there and fight and win and, you know, just like get whatever their needs are, whatever needs they think they have, whether it's just a thing they want or a thing they need. They're just kind of going after anything, and they want to go after you, but they feel stuck. Things feel, you guys are both just needing to learn how to stand in your own power. Why is the Ten of Wands here? Page of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. I feel like you need to stop looking at yourself as a failure. Like, I feel like whatever happened, you feel like you tried to make something happen and it failed, and it's keeping you just like, you just keep thinking about it over and over and over again, and you need to move forward, and you need to just kind of accept that, like, sometimes shit happens, and like, because like thinking about it is just keeping you stuck, and it's just kind of like a burden to focus on the past like that. Yeah, it's just like kind of like this victim mentality of, I can't make anything grow. But you just need to get like more curious about your own process instead of like getting wrapped up in negative thought cycles and anxiety and just like indulging your bad dreams and your bad thoughts. What's going on in this connection? How is pile number three's person feeling? Let's just ask. We have the Page of Cups and the Nine of Wands. So they're feeling defensive towards you. There is love, there is curiosity, there is affection here. And with the Ten of Pentacles on the bottom, there is a sense that you feel like home, and there's a sense that they really admire you and that they miss you, and that there's sort of like disappointed about how things going on, and they're feeling like this journey that they have to go on. It's like, it's lonely that they had to walk away from this, because it felt like ultimate fulfillment to them at some point. And then they realize that they're not sure if they're even ready for these things. And then things ended, and it kind of threw them for a loop about their own security and their own self. And so I feel like you both are working on self-worth issues, and I feel like you in particularly do not feel safe within yourself. You do not trust yourself. You do not feel good. Because of past traumas and probably traumas with this person. Because here I feel like there's a part of them that wants maybe, I feel like their inner child is like very sad about what's going on, and they're trying to defend this inner child by not really letting it come out and protecting it from you. Although there is longing here for you, and an acknowledgement that like there's love here. But they could feel like I feel like you're looking at this person a lot and waiting for them to come back in some kind of way, but this person's holding back from you. They're not letting you in. They're keeping things to themselves. There's a lot of desire and passion for you, maybe even the thought about committing to you, and manifesting you in that way, but like, I feel like there's something about karma and fairness in the court systems here. A side note for anyone that resonates with. Perhaps some of you are waiting for a divorce, or this person is. But like, this person wants to come forward to you, but they're just kind of waiting for the right time. I feel like they believe there's this right time that's going to come, and it's just going to be magical, and it's just going to be like, oh yeah, like, of course. And they're just going to get this realization. They could be seeking higher wisdom about everything that's going on. And they know that there's a choice. And I feel like there's a choice for you guys, whether to bridge this gap or not. What's going on for pile number 2? And pile number 3 and this person. What's going on in this connection? Temperance and Six of Swords. So here I have right now you guys are walking away from this functioning, the fact that this isn't working. I think you guys are both accepting that it hasn't worked and that you have to like work on yourselves in order to come back together or create any kind of inner peace. That like you have to walk away from this turbulence, that things were just way too turbulent in this connection. It was just like way too much for you guys emotionally, despite your feelings for each other. And I feel like Spirit has used this connection to kind of reveal to you how there are better ways for you to connect with other people, and to kind of like how you can accept other people, and how all relationships are sort of like an alchemy, a magic that you do with the other person, and it takes two. If one's here for it just moved. I feel like this relationship moved too fast in the past, and you guys became really attached really soon. It might have been a very sexual connection. What else is going on in this connection? What's next? Yeah, there's this kind of stalemate. There's just this sort of waiting for a decision, probably on both your parts. You're probably both waiting for each other to make a decision, or you're waiting on this person and this person's waiting on you. But there is a contemplation about how to make these things balanced so that things can move forward, whether it's together or just in general, because I feel like there's this sense of stagnancy and being stuck. And you guys want to like communicate better, and I feel like there was jealousy maybe. This person might have just been like expecting, I feel like this person expected a lot from you, and puts a lot of pressure on themselves to be successful and to kind of show up and be like that person. I feel like this person, what's going on in this connection? Yeah, you guys are just trying to balance out your own energies, and this person goes back and forth on what they want to do about it. And I feel like you're like really focused on the past too, and how this ended. And it's kind of like you're trying to heal this right now, and Spirit's saying like keep doing that, and like just try to observe your own feelings and find out where they're coming from in your body, and like try and turn off those negative thoughts. Like I feel like there was competition in this connection too in the past between you guys, maybe. This person doesn't know if they want to win or how they want to open up. So let's get some advice for you, pile number 3. Stand in your own power. You need to make yourself feel safe in your body. You need to embrace those soft parts of yourself. You need to put yourself out there. You need to observe the ways. You need to stop feeling bad about who you are and where you came from. And you need to stop. Yeah, this is all about feeling comfortable in your body, working on yourself. And you and this person want to bring things between each other. This person thinks of you as a very beautiful, expressive person with a light personality. Like they think you're very, like you stand out to this person. You stand out to people. Never forget that. Stop. If you need to, like, yeah, I feel like there's this I feel like you need to get in touch with your inner mother and mother your inner child, and that you need to build up those boundaries when you're within yourself. and you need to learn what those are in order to keep you safe, or this relationship will not move forward. Yeah, so that's something for you to figure out, and that means maybe reflecting on the past and and walking away from kind of this nostalgia, like looking at things for what they really are. That's what I have for you, pile number 3. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. If you enjoyed this, if this resonated at all, please like and subscribe to my channel. Bye.